The High Road with Keith Warren is brought to you in part by Jardin Consumer Solutions, makers of the Game Saver.
On a previous video, I showed you how to quarter up a feral hog and get it into pieces that you could put in your freezer or get ready for human consumption. And what I'm doing here, I'm going to show you a little recipe. And I like using the FoodSaver Game Saver titanium in order to do this. You'll notice I'm using a roll of 11-inch bags right here. I'm going to just put it in the unit. I'm going to bring it down, close it up, and seal it off right there. And you'll notice a light. That light is indicating that the heat strips are on, and it's sealing the plastic on the bag. Okay, good to go. We're going to open it up, and you'll notice it has dual seals right there on the bag. Okay, we're going to pull it out to where it's plenty big enough for that shoulder. And this unit, you'll notice, has a little knife blade cutter on top of it. Comes in very handy. You can cut your bag to the size that you want, and we're going to take this shoulder and place it inside this 11-inch custom-made bag. Okay, then what we're going to do is I'm going to take marinade and I'm going to pour it in the bag. Okay. Once I get it all in the bag, I'm going to seal it up. Now the one thing you're going to notice I'm not going to do, I'm not going to hit the vacuum on it. I'm not going to remove the air out of here, because what I want is I want it to have some space for this marinade to go around the meat. But I am going to come over here, I'm going to put it on dual seal, and then I'm going to seal the unit off. Okay, there we go. We've got dual seals on both ends of the bag, and you'll notice the marinade is in there. Now here's a little tip that I started doing, and to each his own, but a lot of people would wind up taking this piece of meat and leaving it, they'd leave it in the refrigerator overnight or leave it in there for it to marinate, and that's fine too. But one thing that I found, especially with wild game, if I leave it out and get it room temperature for a couple of 3 hours, for me, the meat is a whole lot more tender when I cook it. So what I've done, I've actually poured the marinade in. I've made sure that it's all around the meat. I'm going to leave it sit for a couple hours so it's very well marinated. I'm going to put it in a crock pot. All right, let's recap here. Took a really nice eating feral hog. I showed you how to quarter it up and to put it in the FoodSaver bags and put it in the freezer where it'll take care of it for 2 years. And then we peeled off, saved back one chunk. It was a shoulder. We put it in an 11-inch FoodSaver bag. I took that, marinated it for several hours, and then I put it in a crock pot with the marinade for 8 hours. Okay, and the crock pot, I had it on high for 8 hours. I'm gonna show you what we have here. Oh my goodness, I don't know if I can do this. Look at this, it's falling apart. This meat is just absolutely falling apart. This is gonna be so good. It's falling apart to the point I can barely pick it up. Now folks, this right here is about as easy to do with a wild hog as you could ever imagine. The meat is tender. Look at that, the way it comes off there. It is juicy, it is unbelievable good, and it's unbelievable easy thanks to the FoodSaver Game Saver titanium. Some marinade, a crock pot, 8 hours of time, into a real good sized feral hog. That's good stuff right there.